People versus Don Dent, ticket number P12888842, count 1. Accident drive failed to use due care and caution. That might be in the fault. And ticket number P12888851, count 1, lead scene of accident, property damage, and then count 2, fails to report an accident. Good morning, please take your names for the record, starting with Attorney Warbling.
And Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
Mr. Dent, say your name.
Don Dent.
Officer Willie Robinson, badge 2590, Detroit Police.
Thank you. Okay. Doesn't look like there's an offer. Mr. Warbling, how does your client wish to proceed?
My client wants to waive his trial rights, accept the offer. My understanding that leaving the scene of the accident would be, the property accident would be dismissed. He would plead guilty as charged to failure to report an accident, and then the civil infraction would be amended to blockading.
All right. So with that, Mr. Dent, can you raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Put your hand up. I'm sorry, Mr. Burke, you said he would be pleaded to count 2, failed to report an accident?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Warbling today in private about your case and your rights.
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
No, ma'am.
You're pleading of your own free will?
Yes, ma'am.
You're pleading guilty because you're actually guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand that by pleading guilty, you're waiving your right to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
And knowing that you're waiving your right to trial, you still wish to proceed with your guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to direct your attention to the date of December 8th, 2021 at approximately 2:13 p.m. On that date and time, were you at or near the location of Raeigen and Linder Street in the city of Detroit?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you driving a 2012 GMC vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you fail to report an accident?
Yes, ma'am.
You're satisfied with factual basis? Mr.
Yes,
Worthing?
Judge.
Okay, and then you stipulate to the face of the ticket ending in 842,
We do, Judge.
and you stipulate to probable cause.
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
So the court will amend the ticket, the civil infraction to blockading, and will dismiss count 1, the other ticket without prejudice, and then we'll proceed to sentencing. As far as for the civil infraction, there is going to be a fine of $175 that is going to be due on July 20th. And then the court is going to waive the fine for the failed to report an accident. Did you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
If you don't pay the $175 by July 20th, it's going to go into default, and you will incur late fees and charges. And the matter will not close out. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to make sure you have that $175 paid in the next 2 weeks.
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
Okay, you're all set.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Are we ready?
Have a good day.
Thank you, Officer Robinson.
No problem. Have a good day.
You too.
Are we ready, everyone else?
Judge, I didn't know.
Alonzo Davis here. We just do it all. We're gonna do it all on the record.
Alonzo Davis. We did him. The only one I had Jason Dixon, Your Honor, and Tawana Ross.
Yep.
I asked you, Ross. Okay. Oh, Alonzo Davis, we gave him a trial date.
It's on the 5th.
You're all set. Did you have any questions, Mr. Davis?
Oh, Did they have an offer for me anyway before I took that though? I didn't. There was an offer already.
Let me see.
Cause it wasn't nothing but cause I got insurance, but it was, I guess it was just,
It was that moving violation that we talked about, sir.
yeah.
So
Okay.
we'll see what we can do on that day,
Jason
okay?
Dixon. This is the people versus Jason Dixon, ticket number 194408333, count one, disregard officer signal. Good morning, say your names for the record, starting with Attorney Warbling.
Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of Mr. Dixon.
Say your name, Mr. Dixon. Mr. Dixon, can you say your name?
Jason Dixon.
Okay, there's an offer of limited access, 1 to 5. Did the client wish to avail himself to that offer?
Sir, if you
I'm
waive your
sorry?
right to be pleading to a civil infraction, where there'd be no points, it would show up on your driving record, but it'd be no points. Did you want to take advantage of that today?
Right. Mr.
Yes, I
Dixon?
did.
Okay, and there's gonna be $125 fee that you're gonna have to pay in 2 weeks.
Okay,
Do you
so I
wanna do
wouldn't,
that?
I wouldn't be able to pay it now.
You can pay it now.
Okay,
You can. Okay, all right, so with that, Mr. Warbling, you stipulate to, the face of the ticket?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and so the court's gonna amend the count to limited access, 1 to 5. We'll proceed to sentencing. As I indicated, there is a $125 fee that is due on July 20th. Any questions?
no, and what is the limited access?
That's the new charge. So it went from the original charge of disregard officer signal to limited access, which is 1 to 5 miles per hour over posted speed. And it's no points, but you gotta pay the 125 in 2 weeks, or it's gonna go into default and the case is not gonna close.
Okay, and when I pay the ticket today, will I be able to renew my license the same day?
You should, but you deal with the Secretary of State with that.
Okay,
Any other questions?
no, ma'am.
You're all set, sir. Good luck.
Thank you.
This is the people versus Tawana Ross, ticket number P1201375, count one, 11 to 15 miles over posted speed. Good morning, please say your names. Oh, and also ticket number P1201381, count one, driving unregistered or untitled vehicle, and count two, drive on license suspended. Good morning, please say your names to the record, starting with Attorney Warbling.
Ben Warbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
Ms. Ross, say your name.
Tawana Ross.
I do have another ticket with a civil infraction, Mr. Warbling. Is that in default?
I don't know, Judge, because I don't know, I don't believe I ever received the offer.
It's closed. Never mind. It's closed.
Okay.
All right, so there is an offer of improper plates to count one and then dismissing count two. Does she wish to avail herself to that offer? It's gonna be a fine of $200 and it's gonna be due like in August.
Do you want to move forward and accept that?
You said it's
Ms.
how
Pratt?
much?
It's gonna be a $200 fine. It's gonna be due in August. If you need a little bit more time, I can give you more time.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, you can raise your right hand. You swear affirm to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes,
Okay, you can put your hand down. You've had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Warbling today in private about your case and your rights.
yes,
Has anyone threatened you, forced you, or promised you anything of value in exchange for your guilty plea today?
no,
Sometimes, yes, she paid up, so sometimes they dismissed.
After that. All right, Mr. Warbling, she did pay the civil infraction already, so. Well, I guess that's Ms. Jansen. Ms. Jansen, Ms. Ross has already paid the civil infraction, so are you willing to dismiss this ticket?
Yes, Your Honor. That's fine.
Stipulate the probable cause.
Yeah,
Mr.
sure.
Warbling? Okay, so this matter is dismissed. You're all set, Ms. Ross.
So all I have to pay is the $200?
You don't have to pay anything, ma'am. You're all set.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
So Judge, on further review, Alonzo Davis, I did find his offer will be blockading traffic, which is no points and won't go on his driving record. I don't know if you want to take advantage of that, Mr. Davis, and they would dismiss the other count. This would be done today.
Yeah, because I got insurance. I probably.
Right, they're dismissing that one. So I apologize about that, Judge. I think he wants to move forward.
All right, so he does wish to take advantage of that offer.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so with that, you stipulate to the face of the ticket. Oh, let me call it. I'm sorry. This is the People versus Alonzo Davis, ticket number P1157056. Count one, no insurance misdemeanor, and ticket number P1157057. Count one, ignoring right turn only or exit sign lane. Good morning, please say your name for the record, starting with Attorney Werbling.
And Werbling, P64889 on behalf of the defendant.
All right, go ahead and say your name, Mr. Davis.
Alonzo Davis.
So there is an offer of blockading and then dismissing the other count or the other ticket. Does your client wish to avail himself to that offer?
He does, Your Honor.
All
I
right.
got insurance though too. Like,
Yeah, they're dismissing that count, sir.
That's,
Oh, okay.
that's the instance, yeah. So you stipulate to the face of the ticket.
We do, Judge.
Okay, so the count, the charge is gonna be amended to blockading. There's gonna be a fine of $175 that you have to pay by July 20th. If you don't pay it, the case is gonna remain open and it's gonna go into default, meaning you'll have late fees that will be incurred. And then, Mr. Weber, you stipulate the proper cause as to the remaining count to be dismissed.
We do, Judge.
All right, so that matters dismissed without prejudice. Any questions, Mr. Davis?
you said I gotta pay how much?
$175. You don't have any points, but you gotta make sure you get this paid. You have any questions on how to pay it?
Yeah, I know how to pay it, but I still I need a little bit more time for that. Cause I thought
I can give you one more week, that's it. It's a civil infraction, so you don't get more time. So I can give you till the 27th.
that ticket, they saw blocked in traffic.
We turned it into a parking ticket, Mr. Davis, so it doesn't show up on your driving record and there's no points.
All right, so I'll give you to July 27th, and you are all set. All
Wow,
right, have a good one.
I should have just went to trial so I get the ticket.
We're not going back and forth.